Okay, so when you start the expansion controller, it first starts in a language you had selected when you turn it off, but we will change it to English now. So you see that there are 5 pre-selected speeds, which are just the most common. But nevertheless, you can also use the stepless speed control where you can select every RPM between 120 and 800. Always the white boxes are boxes where you can select something by yourself. Okay, but we would like to select a pre-selected speed of 680 RPM. And always when we select the new speed, the machine needs to tare. Tearing means that the tube expander and that the machine starts turning in order to find the nil point. And yeah, so the machine is in this process right now, but it shouldn't take long. Here we are. It has been successfully teared, and now the machine can be used. Yeah, so first we can check the engine speed we selected. It says yellow field says 680, so this was successful. The next important menu is the limit values menu where we can set the torque. The torque is always set in watt, and you can select between 1 and 2600 watts, which is the maximum. You see the machine always calculates the Newton meter by itself based also on the RPM. And yeah, so we can select the start current, which is the current, the time until the machine start measuring the torque. So you know the machine needs to get in motion, and in order to get in motion, it needs more force, and therefore we don't want the machine to stop immediately. 90 seconds is a little bit too high, of course. Delay engine means the time between right and left turn. So the left turn to loosen the machine, loosen the tube expander in the tube, and counterclockwise rotation means the time the machine turns left. Then, of course, we also have an automatic function, which means that the machine starts the next expansion process automatically after the previous one has been finished, and the holding time is just the time between the first and the next expansion process. Okay, we will turn this off. So then, of course, we have the operating data where you can just see the operating hours, the expansions, etc. We have the motor data where you can see the speed, the torque, but also the actual values. And then the last menu is the calculation menu where you can select your dimensions, like for instance, in this case, the diameter of the borehole, which is, let's say, just 25. We can select the wall thickness, let's say, which is maybe 2.11. And then the tube OD, which is maybe 24. And then you see that with an expansion rate of 7, for instance, you see that it's calculated. If you change the expansion rate, also the required inner diameter changes. So this is easy for getting the calculation done. Then, of course, you also have the possibilities to save your setting. Yeah, and of course, you are able to give them an individual name. So for this, a small keyboard pops up so that you can enter whatever you want, and then save your settings. And yeah, so as you see, the menu is pretty easy, and I think everyone is able to work with it within a few minutes. And yeah, so I hope this machine might be also a benefit for your customers.